Hello, everyone. You know that frustration when your remote just stops responding, no matter how hard you press the buttons? It seems completely dead, but what if I told you I can bring this seemingly useless remote back to life, making it respond perfectly, with just a few simple steps and some clever tricks? You know the drill. I press the buttons, shake it, even try batteries, but nothing happens. As you can see, this remote is completely unresponsive. This is a common issue many of us face, and it's quite frustrating when you just want to relax and watch your favorite show. To properly diagnose the issue, I always recommend testing the batteries with a multimeter. This helps confirm if they're actually providing enough power, ruling out a simple battery change as the solution. Now, I'm using my trusty multimeter to test the voltage of these old batteries. As you can clearly see, the voltage is measured at around 1.57 volts. The voltage of both batteries is high and the batteries are new, definitely enough to power the remote control. So the batteries are not the cause of the remote not working. Since the batteries aren't the problem, I'm now going to carefully open up the remote. I use a small tool to gently pry along the seam, releasing the clips that hold the two halves together. Patience is key here, as you don't want to break any of the plastic tabs. With the remote open, you can see the internal components: the rubber button mat, the circuit board, and the top and bottom casing. All of these need a thorough cleaning, especially since we saw that corrosion earlier. For cleaning, I'm going to use some WD-40. I'll spray a small amount into this red cap here. Just a little bit is enough. This will help us clean off any dirt and corrosion from the components. I'm starting with the circuit board. I'm dipping a cotton swab into the WD-40 and carefully cleaning all the contact points and traces on the board. This is where electrical signals travel, so any dirt or corrosion can prevent the buttons from registering. It's important to get into every nook and cranny. Over time, dirt and grime can build up on these contacts, creating a barrier that prevents electrical signals from passing through. You can actually see the dirt and oxidation coming off onto the swab, which is exactly what we want. A clean contact surface is crucial for the remote to function correctly. This thorough cleaning will restore conductivity and ensure a reliable connection. Next, I'm moving on to the rubber keypad. First, I use a dry tissue to wipe away any surface dirt, paying close attention to the inside where the contacts are. Then, I dip a fresh cotton swab into the WD-40 and meticulously clean each individual button contact on the rubber pad. This ensures every button makes perfect contact with the circuit board. The conductive pads on the back of these rubber buttons can wear out or accumulate dirt, losing their ability to conduct electricity. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. I'm using a fresh cotton swab with WD-40 to thoroughly clean each individual button pad. I'm paying special attention to the power button, as it's typically the most used and often the first to fail. Now for a super clever repair. For any buttons that still aren't responding perfectly, I'm going to create new conductive contacts. I'm taking an old SIM card, separating the gold chip using a utility knife. The gold plating on these chips is highly conductive, perfect for revitalizing worn-out button pads. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. I carefully cut the chip into tiny squares, making sure they're small enough to fit precisely onto the back of the rubber button contacts. With the tiny gold squares ready, I'm applying a very small drop of strong adhesive to the back of the rubber power button's contact. Then, using a pair of tweezers, I carefully place one of the gold squares onto the glued spot, ensuring it adheres firmly. This simple trick will create a brand new, highly conductive surface for the button. Once all the necessary repairs and cleaning are done, it's time to reassemble the remote. I carefully place the rubber button pad back into the front casing, making sure all the buttons align correctly. Then, I carefully lay the circuit board on top, aligning it with the pads and the rubber. Then, I align the circuit board and gently press the two halves of the remote back together until they click securely. Finally, I reinsert the batteries and close the battery cover. And there you have it. Let's see if our efforts paid off. Wow, look at that! The remote is working perfectly. A seemingly dead remote, brought back to life with a little cleaning and a clever trick. I can change channels effortlessly, and everything is responsive once more. I tested it on a few channels, and it cut through smoothly. This fix works wonders for most common remote control issues. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more useful DIY tips. Your support means a lot. See you in the next video.